sans her beloved designer high heels, but her fictional creation towered at 5'10", tall enough to look other women and most men in the eye, with or without shoes on. Along with the height she'd always coveted, Becky had blessed Angelina with a Mensa member's mind, a Playboy bunny's libido, and a Victoria's Secret model's killer curves. Talk about a complete package. But the best part of the cover was the review blurb from Publishers Weekly. Printed below the gold-embossed title, the coveted write-up proclaimed Becky a fresh, innovative voice and an up-and-coming talent to watch. An up-and-coming talent to watch. Becky slipped the book back into her bag, folded her tray table to the side, and eased into her extra-wide seat with a satisfied sigh. Stretching out her legs, she cast a fond downward glance to her Manola Blahnik, chocolate brown, Napa, leather knee boots. Growing up the middle child in a family of 5 in Dundalk, Maryland, designer shoes had seemed about as obtainable as a pair of Cinderella's glass slippers. Even her Barbie dolls had gone barefoot. Some dreams at least did come true. Things already looked brighter than they had at Christmas the week before. She'd celebrated the eve of the holiday, home alone with her tiger-striped tabby cat, Daisy Bud, Thai takeout, for her, and a can of albacore tuna, for the cat. In honor of the so-called season of hope, she'd made a wish list of all the things large and small she wanted to do, make that would do in the coming year. Become best-selling author, take trip to Ireland, go on a motorcycle ride, go to animal shelter and find feline friend for cat, save up down payment for house, meet man of dreams, and fall in love. Since her ex-boyfriend Elliot had dumped her for a 20-something twit the year before, she'd been pretty cautious. Okay, scared shitless about getting involved again. Romantic intimacy played great on paper, but in real life, it was damned hard to achieve. In her case, she'd been so sure the former federal agent turned media commentator was the one. After 2 decades of dating, starting with locked lips and orthodontics retainers, with her 9th grade boyfriend in the back of the Uptown Theater, she'd thought she was a pretty good judge of the male psyche. But her ex had played her as only an A-list player could. Looking back, the bright red flags had been lined up like a neon-lit roadmap. His spurts of emails and phone calls followed by sudden silences. How his plans with her never seemed to make it beyond the talking phase. The fact that the only address she had for him was a post office box. And yet she'd stayed with him, believed in him, even quit her day job at his behest. Talk about piss-poor judgment. Forget trusting a man again. When it came to love, how could she ever trust herself? At least the career piece of her horoscope seemed to be falling into place. Her gender-bending Angelina Talbot mystery erotica series seemed to have struck a chord with her female readers that her previous Regency-set historical romances had somehow missed. The first book in the series didn't just have legs, as the industry jargon went. It had sprouted wings, too, and all but flown off bookstore shelves. If her love life charted a similar course, it should be taking off any time now. Next stop, New York Penn Station. The conductor's voice blaring over the intercom had her turning her head to look out the window just as the train emerged from the tunnel, bringing the Manhattan skyline into view like the Emerald City. Distant but within reach. Not unlike her dreams. Lying boyfriends and tepid book sales and money worries in general were all a part of her past. For once, this once, luck and the universe seemed to be lining up squarely on her side. Still 13.5 hours away to a new year, and already it was shaping up to be 365 days of fresh starts and dazzling opportunities. And Becky Stone was more than ready to let the good times roll.
Chapter 1. Turnabout is fair play, Falco, or hadn't you heard? Now where are the bloody plans? Dressed in dominatrix black leather down to her spiked heels, Angelina trained the subcompact Beretta on the silver-haired man laying in the center of the mussed bed. Red silk scarves lashed his wrists to the bedposts, sweat from the long rough ride she'd just given him rolling down his taut neck and leanly muscled torso. The year before, the double agent had seduced her and then stolen the recent